Hey everybody, welcome back to another Wonder Woman Says. I know it's been quite a few days since the last one. We've been kind of doing a lot of things lately.
Yep, we got a magazine appearance coming up soon.
Yeah, Creative Cosplay Magazine, the winter issue coming out real soon. Yours truly gonna be in there somewhere. Wait till you see them pictures. I'm not wearing this costume either. I'm wearing the other Wonder Woman costume, the one you saw in Wonder Woman 84.
Yep,
Granted, I don't got the helmet yet, unfortunately, or the wings either.
I tell you, that costume was a bitch and a half to get you into, too.
Yeah, that's why you've yet to see me in that costume on this show. Probably never will either.
Well, I mean, it's like 1,000 degrees when you're wearing it.
Man, granted, it's cold outside now. But yeah, cause we got some new comment. Well, we got some recent comics, I should say, to review for you. At least one of them anyway. Of course, the new Black Panther's been dominating the box office the last couple of weeks, and wouldn't you know, we actually got something kind of related to that. First issue of Wakanda, like a new mini-series Marvel's putting out, focusing on like the supporting characters of Black Panther. This one obviously focusing on Shuri.
And according to the cover, we're focusing on the history of the Black Panthers.
And although not the Black Panthers, some of you may be thinking of.
No Huey Newton or Angela Davis for us.
And unfortunately, I do like this. They kind of giving a little map of the city. This is kind of cool right here. Seems like a delivery's being made to Wakanda. It's like late at night.
Actually, that's an interesting question. How does international shipping work in Wakanda?
I guess it's like vetted by the powers that be of the country, and if it's approved, they let it come through. That's the only thing I could think of.
It was like, I was more like, do they use owls?
I don't know.
Because Wakanda is basically Hogwarts,
Yeah.
but for black people. That sounds like a Key and Peele sketch.
Yeah. As the delivery continues, you see Shuri in the laboratory doing what she usually does.
Posing.
Yeah, that's what she's doing here. But she's kind of worried about how T'Challa's on the run now. Cause I know like recent issues of Black Panther, like T'Challa kind of did something that caused a catastrophe in Wakanda. He was pretty much forced from the throne. Now he's wanted. Now he's a fugitive on the run.
Yep, I hear that he rebroadcast Major League Baseball with implied oral consent, not expressed written consent, or so the legend goes.
Be interesting to see how T'Challa comes back. Maybe see Queen Ramonda come in. She starts talking to Shuri. Yeah, she worried about how Shuri's kind of been letting herself go into her work a little too much as of late.
Actually, it just occurred to me, shouldn't Storm be queen? Because isn't she married to Black Panther?
This is it's like Marvel keep changing up the timelines. We in a different one now, obviously.
Yeah, I never really liked them pairing her up with Black Panther. I thought she and Wolverine were a better couple.
Yeah. I don't think T'Challa's even married in this timeline. I don't think they keep changing up the story so much over the decades. So then, Shuri and the mother kind of take a break. They decide to go to a restaurant and get a meal. They start talking about how Shuri's kind of seeming like she paranoid as of late. Then, see like some explorers exploring Wakanda, but then mysterious creature starts to make himself known.
They're known as gophers.
That mysterious creature is none other than the Rhino, one of Spider-Man's most famous villains.
I can't imagine him wearing that in the jungle. He must be sweating his balls off.
Yeah. But from what he's saying here, he's like happy to be somewhere different. Even though, of course, he's gonna soon set off all the alarms, because he ain't supposed to be there.
You should just be like, you don't need to worry about me. I'm just a curious little rhino.
Well, Rhino's like causing a lot of destruction in the city, which immediately grabs everybody's attention. Shuri leaps into action, confronts the Rhino, and she's caught by surprise. She didn't expect to see him. I know Rhino kind of tries to talk his way out of a confrontation, like you just there. I guess you could somewhat say on vacation or something like that.
Well,
Shuri ain't going for it. They start fighting.
he is rock stupid.
The Rhino tries to fend her off, and then Shuri tries to shoot a web at him. And that really makes the Rhino mad, because he thought he was safe from that kind of stuff. And Spider-Man's not around here.
What a revolting development this is.
And then Shuri makes the elephant come at him. That pretty much defeats the Rhino.
Actually, that makes me think of something. You know how they brought back M'Baku and they just don't call him the man-ape anymore?
Yeah.
What if they brought back the man-elephant from She-Hulk?
I don't really know that character. Then again, I never read too many of them sensational She-Hulks yet.
Oh, no. This is from back in, like, Savage She-Hulk.
Oh, I really didn't read too many of those at all. It's so hard to find now for like under maybe $15 to $20.
But he was like the rhino, except instead of a rhino suit, he had an elephant suit.
Well, the elephant pretty much...
The rhino?
Yeah,
I mean, they're both pachyderms, but...
the elephant pretty much seals the Rhino's fate. And then Shuri starts to figure out Rhino wasn't working alone. There's like a secret camera in his outfit.
I bet he's working for Squirrel Girl. All part of her show, Squirrels Gone Wild.
Actually, this is who Rhino was working with. Because, like, Oyaku was, like, using him to spy on Wakanda, see if Wakanda's holding up after the absence of T'Challa. Now she's getting ready to prepare a strike.
Squirrels Gone Wild? No, nothing. That's a joke, girl. A joke, that is. Went right past you.
It's the second part of the story. It's like some students on a field trip. They're pretty much being told the history of Wakanda. Being shown like the statues. The kids are all marveled by it too.
They're marbled by it?
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying. We're taking back to like 1,000,000 BC.
With Ringo Starr.
You're seeing like all the early warriors, like the country that would later become known as Wakanda.
And the Herculoids, apparently.
Yeah. Then we see like an early Wakandan warrior that kind of stood up for the tribes.
Isn't that just prehistoric Batman's costume?
I don't know if I go that far. I mean, is that how they dressed them over in DC when they tried something like that?
Yeah, pretty sure.
And they're showing like how he like fended off the wild beasts.
Holy shit, this is the Herculoids. We're going to see Gloop and Gleep, I guarantee it.
Then they're saying after his death, like the tribes start turning on each other later. Seemed like they was really trying to really pack a lot of story into this book. Then they start showing how like Wakanda came into being as a country. And they kind of stopped it here. There's like more to it. It's the history of the Black Panthers part. Oh yeah, they did something really cool too. They like start talking about like different, important plot points that like how they were introduced over the years of like the whole Black Panther history.
Mm-hmm.
They start showing like all the magazines where like different things first came into being. Like this is real cool right here.
That's some Alan Moore stuff right there.
You got some more. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this right here. This is like very comprehensive too.
Cool.
Then we get in the back saying like the next issue wanted to have the spotlight on M'Baku. Yeah, that ought to be interesting as well. Yeah, I definitely had to give that a 9.5. That was pretty interesting. There's not much at all in the way of action, but it's just a lot of cool history tidbits here. Plus that stuff at the end with like all the annotations, that was a very nice touch. Make you want to try to hunt them books down. Try to see how all that stuff came into being.
I guess that was their plan all along.
Yeah, too bad a lot of them books are like now high-priced collector's items though. Yeah, especially them old Fantastic Four books that were referenced in.
Alright, so what we got next?
Well, Blast from the Past will take you back in 1982, like 40 years ago. Well, although this is an Iron Man book, this is very much a Black Panther tale as well. Since the story mostly takes place in Wakanda.
Ooh, Madam Slay.
Yeah.
She can Madam Slay me anytime.
Yeah, Killmonger's here too. And the Mandarin as well.
Maybe it's because I grew up watching the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, but seeing beautiful black women in fur bikinis, it does things to me.
Oh yeah, I would want to say something. This does kind of look somewhat like, I could say it looks somewhat like, how you say her name? Iman, I think.
Iman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, David Bowie's wife?
Yeah, it kind of look a lot like her.
Mm.
Yeah.
We should get fur bikinis.
Hey, maybe so. Well, Gillen, the obligatory shot of Black Panther hunting through the jungle.
Slowly turning the page.
See Black Panther fending off some opponents of his, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out this was another exercise to see if he was worthy of wearing the costume.
It's a shame M'Baku wasn't there, because otherwise we could say this was guerrilla warfare.
Yeah, I get that. You see, Iron Man's about to have a similar test right here. He's gonna test off his new upgraded suit. He pretty much dares his colleagues to try to take him out. They soon find out that's almost impossible. Although Iron Man do take a few hits throughout, but he emerges victorious as usual.
Oh look, that's that glorious drunk Tony mustache.
Yeah. Tony starts to prepare for his trip to Wakanda. Then at night some mysterious invaders come along and blow up a building that has has some equipment that Stark International donated to him. They blow it up with a bomb. T'Challa's alerted to this. Then Rhodey tries to talk Tony out of going to Wakanda because he doesn't really want to go. But they end up going anyway. Tony's welcome with open arms to Wakanda. T'Challa's happy to have him there. They even hosted like a dinner in his honor.
Well, it's because they need all that miraculous Stark tech in order to rebroadcast Major League Baseball with implied oral consent, not express written consent.
Yeah. Tony's at the dinner. He's like pretty much seducing the woman there, much to the chagrin of the men looking on. Because they look at him as a, colonizer. You're like, how dare this man come and seduce one of ours? But it turns out one of those women actually working with him to try to figure something out. But then we see Madam Slay appear and seduce Rhodey. And then she sticks him with a needle.
Yeah, I gotta say, in that outfit, Madam Slay is killing it.
Yeah. But then some terrorists come through the dinner and start trying to kill the Black Panther. T'Challa fends them off as much as he can until he finally takes a few shots to the back, and that pretty much puts an end to him. But we're gonna see there's a twist to this story. Now the next day a funeral is held for T'Challa. And then we see none other than Killmonger appear. Because he doesn't like how T'Challa fell prey to non-Wakandans. He vowed to take up the mantle and avenge his death.
Killmonger is a very complicated relationship with these people, I have to say.
Yeah. And then, even though Killmonger's historically been a villain of theirs, they're pretty much behind them all the way in his cause. But then as we see Iron Man some ways away in Wakanda, we see that T'Challa's actually still alive. This was all a ruse. Try to figure out who the terrorists were.
A rooster?
I wouldn't say that.
Well, you said it was all a ruse.
Yeah.
Russo? Henri Russo?
Man, you seem like you've been moving some jokes tonight.
I try.
But then the Iron Man and his men and Black Panther and his men go hunting for Killmonger. And they go to a section of Wakanda to try to pretty much pinpoint where Killmonger is at.
I like to call that the electronic section.
Yeah. But then the guards start getting taken out. And then the war's pretty much on.
You may notice that at this point in Black Panther history, instead of being guarded by sexy women, he's guarded by sexy men.
Yeah. Yeah, this is written before the Dora Milaje and all that other stuff we see now. Dora Milaje ain't come to over a decade after this book.
Because whoever wrote this book was not familiar with Dahomey, but he has Black Panther being guarded by Dahomies.
Yeah, I see where you went with that one. So then we start getting a flashback to how Killmonger was initially killed. We see Madam Slay mourning his death. But then we see mysteriously Killmonger, his body awoke somehow. After that, Killmonger starts launching into a full-on assault against the Black Panther. And another one of their many wars is ignited. But in the midst of all this, Iron Man starts receiving word that Rhodey's like missing. Iron Man leaves the battle to go find him. Iron Man starts flying through the sky to where his signal says that Rhodey is. He discovers him in the mound. Black Panther and Killmonger continue fighting each other while all that's going on. I'm gonna say I am disappointed Madam Slay ain't really getting in on the action at all too much. I mean that they like made such a big fuss about her on the cover.
Plus, we haven't seen that mysterious person yet.
Yeah. So Iron Man's in the mound. He starts realizing there's an anti-metal machine in there.
That's the album Lou Reed never released.
Yeah, metal machine music, I get it. And then Iron Man starts pondering how the device will pretty much cause like a whole cities to melt if it reaches its full capacity. Iron Man starts trying to figure out a way to destroy it. And here it feels like Killmonger might be getting ready to kill Black Panther once and for all. But Black Panther starts reminding him how he was dead not too long ago. That provides enough of a distraction to him to get the upper hand on him. Meanwhile, Iron Man starts going about trying to destroy that machine. I guess it's like he's showing how it's like going on at the same time. Iron Man's like destroying the machine while Black Panther's defeating Killmonger. This is pretty cool right here. Because Iron Man, he did destroy the machine. Rhodes is free. Killmonger, we see, is pretty much reduced back to skeleton. And he said it's revealed that he was just a reanimated corpse.
So, we watched him die, we watched him come back from the dead, and then the twist is that he was a zombie? It's not much of a twist.
But then we see like Killmonger was wearing a ring. Then the ring like disappears from Killmonger after he dies again. The ring goes back to the Mandarin. Because he's like watching on from China. You realize that his plan failed. He's going to try to go to Wakanda himself, I guess. Because I like how they say it's at the bottom. It's like not by any means the end. I like to see where this story continued at. Yeah, I definitely have to give that one a 5. That was a great story right there. I know it's an Iron Man book technically, but that could have been a Black Panther issue. If you want to really think technical about it. I really like how, they made Iron Man and Black Panther interact with each other and work together. Because, it's kind of tricky, like bringing like a white character into Wakanda, because you always face the dilemma, is the white character going to overshadow T'Challa? Or is, the white character going to take away from T'Challa?
Wachala.
Yeah, I don't
T'Challa and Wachala.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about there.
Iri, T'Challa.
Yeah.
Wachala.
Yeah, this is well written. I like how they brought Killmonger back for this too.
I just have to ask, is this a new costume for the Mandarin? Because it says and question mark. But if that's just how he normally dresses, how is that a twist?
Well, I just like the twist, at the end, we find out, the Mandarin pretty much helped bring Killmonger back to life. That's like the twist of it all. He was trying to use him to get at the Black Panther, but then it didn't work.
But yeah, is like that his normal costume, then, or is that a new one?
This might be a new one at the time. I don't think that was how he looked before this.
Right, that's what I was getting at, because, you can see him accept his face on the cover, but if that was just like his normal costume, then that's not much of a twist.
Yeah. I'm gonna say he do kind of look like Shao Kahn a bit, don't he?
No, he looks like Magneto dressed as Shredder.
It's funny, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles only debuted 2 years later after this book came out, 84, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, that's a great book right there. I definitely recommend that. You want to read about, the old school Black Panther. You want like an older Iron Man tale. Although I really recommend this more for Black Panther fans because this ain't really too much about Iron Man at all, despite who this book is attributed to.
Or if you just want to read a comic about a character who's like Iron Man and Black Panther, read Hardware.
Yeah, that's one I haven't yet read. Hardware. That's like a British character, right?
No, that's Milestone.
Oh, because I thought Hardware was like 2000 AD. That's what I thought.
I mean, there might have been a Hardware in 2000 AD, but he was part of the whole, entourage with Static and the gang. I think they're called the Blood Syndicate.
Oh. I do
and
remember.
Zombie with an X.
Yeah, I do remember Blood Syndicate. Actually, they back now too in DC.
And Icon and Rocket.
Yeah.
Icon and Rocket were my favorites.
Yeah, well, I know we pretty much done with another episode. I know the next one we're gonna review recent Moon Knight comic, and then we're gonna have a Huntress comic from 1990 as the flashback. But yeah, seems like y'all really been enjoying the show lately because the last episode got 125 views. That's like a record in such a short time period. But yeah, thank you for all the views and hoping that you keep subscribing and keep liking it.
And keep sharing.
Yeah, we appreciate all this. And
All right.
we got some more shorts on the way too, so be on the lookout for that one.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Yeah.
And until next time, leave us alone.